morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you are listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. It is February the 15th, 2022, and today the topic is those who are called. Good morning again, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope that you all had a lovely Valentine's Day. Mine was just fine. Long story short, honestly, I spent majority of the day trying to catch up on rest, probably because, with the busy weekend or whatnot, technically yesterday was my weekend, I guess you would consider. And yeah, it was like my do nothing day. And so, yeah, majority of the day I was trying to catch up on rest. Y'all know that, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to that guy. You know the guy, man. You know who I'm gonna say. Shout out to Boomer Smith, man, for everything that he has done to help your girl achieve this goal. We just shared our first trailer for the Cast movie. So that is live on our website. You guys can go to thecastmovie.com and check out the trailer. Very excited about, these different milestones and different things that are going on. So as you guys see on the trailer, it says that it's coming out this summer. So, all right. Looks like we got a general time frame to look forward to. So, yeah, thank you to those of you all who have watched it thus far. If you have not, go to thecastmovie.com and check it out, y'all. Join our email list. We even have an Indiegogo if you want to become a producer or sponsor or support in any aspect, then that's where you can do it. So yeah, thecastmovie.com, y'all. Thecastmovie.com. Super excited. Yeah, that was something that happened yesterday. I worked out yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I pushed through and did my Monday workout. So it's gotta be the glory for that. Shout out to hubby, man. He made this really good spaghetti yesterday. Smacking. That's what I was doing. So yes, that was nice. Also, shout out to Inspirational Outreach. You guys know this weekend is the African Valentine's Gala. So yeah, if you guys want to support a nonprofit, awesome organization, check out Inspirational Outreach on Facebook for more information about the upcoming event or just more information about them in general. The African Valentine's Gala. I think that's all of my announcements thus far. So let's get into the juice. So I'll be honest, I was a little bit distracted this morning with several different things. It's like my mom was on, other stuff, and then I was like, okay, let me go ahead and do my prayer meditation. Then started doing something else and all this other stuff. So I'm here to do the juice. I mean, obviously I'm recording a little bit later than usual. Actually, now it's 6 on the dot, which I usually try to have this out by 6 on the dot. So that's something right there. You guys can blame the contingency plan, my husband, because he kept me on the phone like when he called. Oh, we talked for like, I don't know how long. And so, yeah, keep him in prayer as well. You know what I'm saying? Again, he's stepping out on faith when it comes to his job and everything. And, some transitions are happening at the moment. And so, yeah, just praying that all things are going to work together for the good, which I guess is a good transition into this conversation about those who are called. Because, long story short, after I did my prayer meditation, like I said, I got distracted, ended up doing some other little stuff. And so when I came back and settled my mind, the word called stood out to me. And so when I looked up verses centered around that, that led to today's topic. Now, obviously, one of the first verses that came up when I looked up verses centered around called was Romans 8:28. It says, and we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose. this is a familiar verse to me, familiar verse to, I guess, juicers. You know what I'm saying? If y'all been listening to me on the juice, I know I've shared this verse numerous times. But regardless of that, it's one of those verses that tend to encourage me throughout life. I would say that, knowing at the end of the day that all things are going to work together for the good. And I've seen that. I've seen that in my life. I've shared with you guys multiple times about how debacles and how crazy things that have happened in my life has led to the beautiful things that I, enjoy now and everything. So, um, yeah, no, so to God be the glory for all things, Um, and I guess this is why the word said we need to be content in all things and trust God with all things and everything like that. Because again, you know, a lot of times we let those down seasons get us off track, and we let those things, overwhelm us. When again, if our focus is on God, if we love God and you know uh, trust Him, then we'll be able to see. We'll be able to see Him move and bring all things together um, in a beautiful way. And this is just me just sharing a little bit of my little testimony and what I've observed in my life. I mean, yeah, I know that, everybody has different experiences and whatnot, but I mean, as they say, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I mean, God is no respecter of persons. Like what He's done for me, He can do for you. And so, yeah, uh, yeah. Well, I know right now we're kind of focused on for those who are called, right? Um, and I mean, if I'm just sitting here thinking for a moment, right? Yeah, I believe that we're all like He's reaching out to all of us. He's calling all of us. I truly believe that. But it's up to us to answer the call. That's the thing. Um, but hey, something to think about. Let me keep going. Ephesians 4:1, it says, I, therefore, a prisoner for the Lord, urge you to walk in a manner worthy of the calling to which you have been called. So this now for whatever reason, anytime I see something in reference to jail or prison, I always think about Paul. And this might have been Paul. I didn't go deeper and whatnot to make sure it was him and whatnot, but I always tend to think about him because I feel like he's always saying, I'm a prisoner for God. I'm a prisoner. And so it's very interesting, I guess, thinking of that perspective, like someone that is in captive, right? Someone that is in prison, having so much not say authority, but like influence on others. I'll just put it like that. So that was interesting to think about. But I guess the main thing that stood out to me in that verse is that is saying here that there is a standard, right? They're saying that there is, a higher standard for those who are called. And so He's urging us to walk in the manner worthy of the calling. So yeah, I believe that's what stood out to me the most today as I read that verse and wrote it down. Obviously you guys can go deeper and let it marinate on your hearts, souls, and minds this morning. But yeah, it stood out to me. So I'm sharing it on the juice. I got one more verse. One more verse I want to share with you all. No, wait. Two more verses I want to share with you all. The first one is 1 Peter 3:9. It says, do not repay evil for evil or reviling for reviling, but on the contrary, bless, for to this you were called, that you may obtain a blessing. Yeah. So when we're talking about standards, right? When we're talking about walking in the manner worthy and whatnot, there's going to be some things that God asks us to do, like that verse there, that either we don't want to do or we might find difficult to do, and all of that. We might not understand why we have to, uh, give up our rights for someone else's wrongs and things like that. But hey, I mean, again, there's plenty of verses in the Bible that explains, what happens when you do that, right? What happens as you trust God and allow Him to, you know, handle the vengeance and handle the, paying people back for their wrongs and things like that. But what we're called to do, right, is to, in this verse here, is saying, bless others. Bless others. Again, plenty of verses that I can reflect on that reiterates this, turning the other cheek is one that is often referenced and all these different things. At some point, I think I can't remember, but I was writing these verses down or reading them or one of those things, probably as I was reading the verses in the Go Deeper section as well. It was coming to me or brought to my attention this whole idea of the narrative that is out there about Christians and I'm not saying that we're perfect, right? And I'm not saying that there aren't people that have taken advantage of, Christianity and are using it wrong and are, not loving and all of those different things. But I beg to differ, but I really wonder, now as I think about life and as I think about, like, again, the things that I've been exposed to and all these different things, like, I wonder, like, how, can I say it, Lord? Like, I wonder how accurate the narrative is, because on one hand, again, we're all human. So I don't put it past that, there's some out here that's not doing what the Bible say. Obviously, I say it all the time, that, hey, we don't do this. So I can acknowledge that. But I also wonder, like, how much is just either propaganda or the narrative that's being pushed to, in a way, defame Christianity or, let's just leave it there, to defame Christianity. Like, are people just being easily offended? Like, we see all around us, people are easily offended. Even if you speak the truth in love in the most calm way, they'll still be offended, right? So is it that, or are people really, or Christians, right? Or are we as Christians really just that, going against our own belief when it comes to how we treat people? I don't know. That was just something that I was reflecting on this morning, like wondering about. Because on the flip side now, I will say just observation wise, those that are quote unquote so oppressed seem to be spewing the more hate these days. And I'm just being honest. I don't know about anybody else want to be honest with me, but I just think when you look even at content, if you look at their content, if you look at majority of people that are just constantly spewing the narratives that Christians are oppressing people or whatever, are it's like they're doing the thing that they are not suggesting that others are doing, but I don't know any other way to say it. So I don't know, just something to think about. That was just a random thought that came to my mind today as I was reflecting on these verses. But regardless of that, if I just focus back on us Christian folk, 1 Peter 2:21, it says, "For to this you have been called, because Christ also suffered for you, leaving you an example so that you might follow in his steps." So yeah, y'all. Yeah. And if you're wondering about those steps, then go, refer back to that last verse. If you need to go deeper, check out the Go Deeper section, plenty of verses in there, to, I guess, give a little look at what those who are called should do and and whatnot. But yeah, y'all, that is the juice. That is the juice. The Bible verse of today is Matthew 3:8. It says, "Bring forth therefore fruits meet for repentance." Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God's Sex and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. Well, there you go, Facebook, YouTube. Gonna grab some music for y'all real quick. How about this one? I'll just put that one on. Let's see what happens. Yes. But yeah, I hope you guys I was saying I hope you guys had a wonderful day yesterday. Oh man. Like I said, I was a little bit all over the place mentally today. But hey, the juice got done, even though it's coming out like right on time. Well, no, not on time. At the time I was recording right on the dot. But yeah. Okay, there's a nice sleepy vibe on it. Anyway, I don't have anything to share. I don't think. I think I've shared everything that I intended to. Glad to see another day. Glad to do another juice. Dario was like, that's my husband, by the way. I don't know if I ever told y'all his name. Anyway, when he called or whatever, it's like, yeah, just want to make sure you up. God forbid you miss the juice. I'm like, you know what? Ain't gonna be no missing the juice. You know what I'm saying? Not with the Lord and not with him and the contingency plans and whatnot. Like, don't intend to miss the juice. Glad to be able to do it. I'm just getting the podcast words out. That's what I'm doing. If you're wondering. Yep. Just reflecting on some things I saw before I went live. Not sure about details. I won't go into it or anything. Really hoping and praying that people will draw near to God and allow Him to lead their lives. I know it can get tough when we're feeling like we're handling things on our own, and when we feel alone. All right, y'all. Well, guess I'll let y'all go. Just probably tired of just seeing me over here typing and whatnot. So, but yeah, thank you all so much again for tuning in, for supporting in any aspect. Please, go check out the cast trailer. Let me know what you guys think about that. Thank you to those that support again in any aspect, but those that support us monthly. Those that purchase any of these products that your girl create. That was something else that Abby and I was kind of chatting about before I started the process this morning. Moves to make y'all like some new stuff, investing in the stuff that I got going on. I really feel like I need to get out there and like promote everything. I need to go like to some vending events and stuff. So I feel like I need to do. And I'm just not prepared to do that. Like, I've seen some different events going on, but I need to invest in things like flyers and just all kinds of different things. And so more books, so I can have some books on the table and just whatever. So just praying that God leads me and guides me in what moves to make and whatnot. Like I said, I want to be a good steward over these gifts and talents and the finances and everything. Do things that are gonna, yes, benefit our family, but also to keep, doing what I'm doing. Keep doing what I'm doing, because as I've shared numerous times, that for once I finally feel like I can get my purpose, so, and that's been a blessing, and I guess I really wouldn't want to give that up. If I didn't have to, I really would like to just keep doing this. So yep. But that's what's going on, y'all. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I truly appreciate you all. And, I hope that these things encourage you and inspire you. And I look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.